All right, viewers. So, like I said, 26 November 1949 was the day India adopted the constitution of the country. However, we never celebrated the day. It was only from 2015, under the government of Prime Minister Modi, we started to celebrate Constitution Day. On the occasion today of the Samvidhan Divas, Prime Minister Modi hit out at the opposition for boycotting the event and fired dynastic politics attack. Prime Minister Modi said that for some it is party for the family, party by the family. Congress hit back at the Prime Minister saying the Constitution Day event was a BJP PR event and that the BJP doesn't follow the Constitution in spirit or even letter.
Party for the family, party by the family. अब आगे कहने की जरूरत मुझे नहीं लगती है। पता नहीं संविधान का एक पेज भी हम पूरा कर पाते, क्योंकि नेशन फर्स्ट कालक्रम से राजनीति ने उस पर इतना प्रभाव पैदा कर दिया है कि देश हित भी कभी-कभी पीछे छूट जाता है।
This was the Prime Minister's message to the opposition on Samvidhan Divas. Slamming Parivarvad in politics, Prime Minister Modi from the Central Hall of the Parliament fired this attack, seemingly at the Congress.
Party for the family, party by the family. अब आगे कहने की जरूरत मुझे नहीं लगती है।
Prime Minister Modi did not stop at that. He called dynasty politics a threat to democracy, a message clearly intended for the Gandhis.
आज देश में कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी, हिंदुस्तान के हर कोने में जाइए, भारत एक ऐसे संकट की तरफ बढ़ रहा है जो संविधान को समर्पित लोगों के लिए चिंता का विषय है, लोकतंत्र के प्रति आस्था रखने वालों के लिए चिंता का विषय है, और वो है पारिवारिक पार्टियां।
The Congress jumped to the Gandhis' defense with this counter.
Prime Minister himself is singling out the Congress party by making such kind of disparaging comment. I feel very bad of Prime Minister's comment today.
The Shiv Sena, led by Thackeray's, also took offense to the Prime Minister's dynast advice.
सत्ता किसके जरिए पाली, इन्हीं पारिवारिक पार्टियों के साथ में आप हाथ मिलाते रहे। जो विचारधारा को लेकर चलता है ना, वो हिलना भी नहीं चाहिए। वहाँ तो जाना ही नहीं था ना पारिवारिक पार्टियों के साथ में, क्यों गए? उनकी सीढ़ी पकड़कर ऊपर जाते और बाद में सीढ़ी पे लात मारने की बात आ जाती है। यही तो गलत सोच है ना।
But the opposition faced fire from the Prime Minister from all corners. The Congress led a boycott of the Constitution Day event, claiming it was a political event, and it prompted a strong response from the Prime Minister.
ये कार्यक्रम किसी सरकार का नहीं था, ये कार्यक्रम किसी राजनीतिक दल का नहीं था, ये कार्यक्रम किसी प्रधानमंत्री ने आयोजित नहीं किया गया था। ये सदन का गौरव होते हैं स्पीकर, सदन का ये स्थान गौरवपूर्ण होता है। स्पीकर की एक गरिमा होती है, बाबा साहब आम्बेडकर की गरिमा होती है, संविधान की अपनी एक गरिमा होती है।
President Kovind too said that political differences should not clash with service to the people. But the Congress refused to budge on their stand, maintaining that the Constitution Day event was a BJP event.
विचारधारा में मतभेद हो सकते हैं, लेकिन कोई भी मतभेद इतना बड़ा नहीं होना चाहिए कि वह जन सेवा के वास्तविक उद्देश्य में बाधा बने। ये प्रतिस्पर्धा बेहतर प्रतिनिधि बनने और जन कल्याण के लिए बेहतर काम करने की होनी चाहिए, तभी इसे स्वस्थ प्रतिस्पर्धा माना जाएगा।
But the Congress's attack was dented by a split in the opposition ranks. TMC chose to ignore the boycott call, a sign of disintegrating opposition unity ahead of the crucial winter session of the parliament.
The Prime Minister lashed out at the opposition parties on Constitution Day, pointedly attacking the Congress for its dynastic politics. With the Congress upping the ante, the tone for a stormy winter session is all set. with Paulami Saha and Supriya Bharadwaj and video journalist Ashok Bhanot. This is Mosmi Singh in Delhi for India Today.
Well, there was no doubt, viewers, that this was a day to celebrate, to salute. And one thing is very clear, that politics got the better of the day. Politics played above the constitution, at least for today, which prompts us to ask the big questions this evening. Did the opposition have good reason enough to boycott Constitution Day? Opposition to the ideology of the government, is that above celebrating the constitution of the country? The question that we also ask, did both centre and the opposition politicize Constitution Day? And did the opposition insult India's constitution by the boycott? And should the government in itself have refrained from getting personal, making dynastic remarks on the pious occasion of Constitution Day, a day which the government celebrates with gusto? Let's cut across to our guest this evening. I have Gaurav Vallabh, Congress spokesperson, Syed Zafar Islam, BJP MP, Sakit Gokhale, TMC spokesperson, and Rahul Srivastav, our national affairs editor. I'd like to begin with Syed Zafar Islam. Syed Zafar Islam, the Congress says that the constitution is something that the government of the day doesn't follow either in letter or spirit. It was a PR event which was formulated in 2015 and they don't subscribe to gimmickry.
Well, they never subscribed it. They're right, because they should have been celebrated from day one. But they ignored it because they have never given respect to any of the icons. And this kind of celebration, which should have been a permanent event every year after year, which has never been followed, never been organized by Congress party, because and today also it was not a government, it was not a government function, it was not a function organized by the Bharatiya Janata Party, not by any other party, but it was the speaker who actually initiated the process, and he had organized this event. So every party should have attended this, irrespective of whether they are in power or whether they are in opposition, because it was an important day in the history of India, and everybody should have celebrated it. But Congress is known for a party which the Honorable Prime Minister very rightly described, that they cannot think beyond them, beyond the family. If something needs to happen for the family, they will attend it. But if it's anything away from the family, they have never given respect to anyone. Why they will give respect to the constitution?
Syed Zafar Islam, the Prime Minister did not name any family.
For framing this constitution.
Syed Zafar Islam, the Prime Minister did not name any family. I just want to confirm. Was he talking about the Gandhis?
Well, I'm telling. Well, whether their Prime Minister has spoken about the dynastic parivar.
No, there are so many dynastic parivars. Some of them you ally with.
Whether it's Gaurav.
But some of them you ally with. I just want to know, did the Prime Minister talk about the Gandhis today? Who was parivarik? Which parivar was being spoken about?
They didn't. He did, but it is something which is not hidden. Everyone knows that Congress believes in dynasty and they do not believe in democracy. They want to give lecture on democracy, but they do not follow their own internal democracy of their own party. Something which is known to everyone. Can they do it? I mean, like, for instance, they take the case of Bharatiya Janata Party. Today, just I'm giving one example. Today, Amit Shah ji is a Home Minister. Earlier, he was a party president. Nitin Gadkari ji is a minister. Earlier, he was a party president. So is the case of Rajnath Singh ji. So is the case of current president who was earlier the minister. There is a democratic process. There is a process where everybody is elected by the member of this great of this party.
Okay.
So members choose who should be the leader, who should be heading the party, who should be not heading the party, and that's why they make the president. In Congress party, can you think? Can Mr. Nadda, who is the current party president, Nadda ji, think of his son becoming the party president? Never. Nobody thinks on those lines, because this is a party which is purely run on the basis of democratic process.
All right. Okay.
Which, can you think of a Congress party? Can Gaurav Vallabh say on this show, Rahul Gandhi, or for that matter, Priyanka Vadra, will not become anything of the, will not assume any post in the party.
Okay.
Or we will not give him
All right.
any position.
Okay. Syed Zafar Islam, you've made your point.
He will smile, but he will not.
All right. Okay, Syed Zafar Islam. Okay, hear me out, sir. You've made your point. You've raised some
I
pertinent.
will push him to say that.
I will. Okay.
Rahul Gandhi, despite repeated loss,
All right.
28 losses, he will still be.
All right. Syed Zafar Islam, you've made your point. You have made your point, and I'm glad. Okay. Syed Zafar Islam, you've made your point, and I'm glad because now, for the rest of this debate, we are going to go with the, with the assumption that the Prime Minister meant the Gandhis when he talked about dynasty or Parivar. On the other hand, we'll come to that later in the debate.
You don't have to assume. I'm saying that is very evident. That's why they did a press conference.
It's understood. Okay, fine. But on the other hand, we're going to talk about how the BJP in itself right now is in bed with political parties as allies. At least 3 I can name, which are Parivarik or dynasty politics. We'll talk about that later. I'm going to go across to Gaurav Vallabh. Gaurav Vallabh, the fact isn't it extremely petty? Just because the BJP started celebrating the Constitution in 2015, you could have done it earlier. You need to rise above petty politics to boycott an event like Constitution Day because you don't agree with the government. You're holding politics above the Constitution.
Preeti, you had asked a question that Prime Minister is referring whom. I know to whom he is referring. He was referring the Scindia dynasty. So he is not aware. I know, Mr. Islam, that Prime Minister is referring to whom. See, Modi government is for 2 people, by 2 people, and तीसरा मुझे बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है, that is of 2 people. This is the precisely the definition of Modi government. And why we had boycotted, there is a reason for that, Preeti. Because what you preach and what you practice are exactly opposite to each other. Our constitution is on 4 foundations. Number 1 is justice. After 1 year, the Hathras victim is not getting, still they are running pillar to post for justice. For last 2 months, the MOS home is still on his position, and today I came to know that yesterday he went to deliver a lecture on UN. The government is not giving COVID compensation to the deceased family members who died in this pandemic. The 4 lakh was their right. So justice was not there. So first foundation of constitution is missing. Second foundation is liberty. What is liberty? You will be surprised, Preeti, that India's press freedom index ranking is 142nd. In last year, that is for calendar year 2020, 67 journalists were arrested because they had written against the Modi government. Is this the liberty? Now, third is equality. Equality, Preeti, governments used to try to have the equality of wealth or equality of income. This is the government who had made the tomato prices equal to the apple prices. So they believe in the equality of tomato price with apple prices. But that is not equality, my dear friend. You believe in the equality of the wealth of Adani and Ambani, but that is not equality. Equality is that, and equality is that in our country,
Mr. Islam, I'll come to you. Let him finish.
27 rupees per day, and Adani is earning 1,000 crore rupees per day. And last is fraternity. What do you mean by fraternity? Preeti, you will be surprised. I am having few data to quote. 9.4% is the crime against SC scheduled caste community in 2020. 8,272 crimes against the scheduled tribe community. And forget about the living being. The father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, a film actress make a derogatory remark for Mahatma Gandhi, and government is giving Padam Shri to that.
Gaurav Vallabh, good speech. Gaurav Vallabh. Okay, good speech, but let me come back to the question that I asked you. Why shouldn't the citizen of this country be affronted? Because today opposition parties chose not to celebrate Constitution Day because it was introduced by the government in 2015. They thought they were above it.
I had responded very categorically that what you preach and what you practice, your practice is entirely anti-constitution. You practice against the constitution. You demolish the governments which are elected.
Is the government bigger than the constitution?
I am saying that constitution is the supreme thing. But when government is giving lectures on constitution and they practice exactly opposite to each other, what we can do?
All right.
I gave 4 pillars. On all 4 pillars, Modi government marks is 0.
All right. Can I just introduce Saket Gokhale also into this conversation? Saket Gokhale, everybody is a little intrigued in our newsroom.
Can I just respond to 10 seconds?
Mr. Islam, let me introduce all our guests and then I'll come to you. Let's not get into a mudslinging match. I promise I'll come to you. Let me introduce all our guests. Let me bring them all into the conversation and I'll come back to you. You know, Mr. Gokhale, even our newsroom was rather intrigued through the course of the day. Where did the TMC stand? Did you boycott? You said you did not have enough MPs to attend the event. Was this a boycott? Was this not a boycott?
Let me put it straight up, okay? I don't know about the term boycott, but what you say about opposition unity, fraying, etc., I will go on the record and say not a single TMC MP was present in Parliament or in Delhi today. And I think that should speak for itself. Number one. Number two, so there's really no assumption to draw. I mean, was there a single TMC MP in the Parliament today?
So you boycotted the event?
So
yes?
there's no need to... So, you know, breaking opposition unity and all of that, all these are figments of imagination.
Sir, you'll poach their MLAs, but you're not breaking the opposition unity. Fine. Go ahead, sir. Please make your point. Sorry for interrupting you.
That's, I mean, you know, but poaching and all, I mean, these are, you know, I will not dignify these terms with a response. But the other thing today, you know, it's quite ironic that the Prime Minister celebrating Constitution Day, you know, when his government introduces an ordinance just 14 days before the Parliament session begins. An ordinance is meant to be an emergency legislation, and he introduces it 14 days earlier just so that the Enforcement Directorate can have, you know, the director can have one more year of his term. This government, this party, this Prime Minister continues to patronize a Kapil Mishra who went out and incited riots in Delhi in which a lot of innocent lives were lost. This Prime Minister who talks about the Constitution, his party brought in a Sadhvi Pragya into the Parliament. Today, ironically, being 2611, this is the person who has gone and said the nastiest stuff about Hemant Karkare, who laid down his life for the country on this day 13 years ago. So when the Prime Minister comes on, he likes to turn everything into a political stage. I mean, for him, everything is a PR event. Today, on one side, he says, I'm speaking as an MP. I'm not speaking from the perspective of any party. That doesn't stop him taking digs at anybody else. I mean, did the Prime Minister speak about constitutional values? Has he apologized for the CAA? Has he given, you know, an apology to the farmers? 700 died. And this was the same Prime Minister whose government kept saying that they're Khalistanis, they're anti-nationals, they're this, they're that. Is that constitutional? I mean, has the Prime Minister even read the Constitution of India that he's desperate to destroy?
All right, okay. Mr. Gokhale, you know, I'm going to come back and I am going to ask you about poaching MLAs. I'm sorry, you might need to address that issue because you also spoke about opposition unity. So I'm afraid I'm going to do that, but I'm going to go across to Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs Editor. You know, Rahul, a lot is played down through the course of the day. But the fact is, how do you see it? You know, for somebody who's seen a lot of political commentary and it's come from every corner, not just the government, it's come from the opposition as well. Did both the government and the opposition let down the Constitution this day? Because, you know, if the opposition put politics above the Constitution, opposition to the government ideology above the Constitution, the government didn't do any better. To make personal jibes, talk about, you know, dynastic politics on a day where you should be lauding the Constitution. Would you reckon there's enough water under both bridges? Would you reckon there's enough water under...
Preeti, inside the Parliament Library, there is a nitrogen-laden canister vault, 30 inches by 21 inches, 19 inches wide, 20 degrees centigrade maintained, 30% humidity maintained to ensure that it doesn't get spoiled. And on those, it was handwritten by Prem Bihari Narayan Raizada, who charged not even a single penny for handwriting the Constitution of India. And not one word is misspelled. There is not one extra drop of ink on those 251 pages, Preeti. And today, if the opposition has gone wrong by boycotting the proceedings, I think the government of India and the Prime Minister have gone wrong in making a political statement on the day, because the Constitution was created as an act of unity of the will of the 30 crore people almost at that time, not by the acrimonious politics of today. And that is why I think it turned into a political event. Since 2014, since when this event is being held, it is being viewed from the microscope and lenses and prisms of politics. And that's where lies the risk. Because eventually, the Constitution of India, if it got created today and signed today, eventually the government was wanting people to get linked and associated with what the Constitution of India, the spirit of it. You see, a constitution of any country or any place or any party is only a document. Eventually, the spirit matters. The spirit of it is that you have got Gita, you have got Buddha, you have got Mahavir, all over, done by eminent artists like Nandalal Bose in the Constitution. I think everybody who is part of a political party or parliament or assembly, I think should definitely visit the parliament library and maybe just look at that vault once and realize what they have done today. I think it was a very, very acrimonious tone on a very, very holy day.
Well, thank you, Rahul, for me, and then also thank you for driving out of that anecdote that you did where the library was concerned, which prompts me to ask you, Syed Zafar Islam. I know you want to come in for a rebuttal, but I will ask you today. What the opposition did, we're going to ask the opposition, but what about you on the pious day of the Constitution Day, which you started celebrating? So, hats off to you. The government gets into petty, jibes about personal jibes where you bring up dynasty, you bring up the opposition. Shouldn't the government be above that?
Well, you have to understand pretty few things. You just heard Gaurav Vallabh. He was talking about liberty. I mean, which party is responsible for emergency? It is their party.
My God.
I mean, can they speak lecture on liberty?
We'll go one by one. Mr. Vallabh,
do they have a leg to stand on? Please.
Go ahead.
Do they have a leg to stand on?
I'm
when
not
they speak about or lecture about
I have not said anything.
Liberty? I mean, they are the one. If any democratically elected government during their era, Congress era, if the chief minister has any constitutionally right position, but position against the family, they have invoked Article 356 to bring down the government. Not once, many times. I mean, is this the liberty you are talking about? I mean, what they are trying, liberty, fraternity, these are the words which looks good when it is being practiced. But you have never practiced. It is being practiced since 2014. When Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas, we are spreading and this to bring together the entire community together, entire country together.
Okay, I'm sorry, it wasn't Mr. Vallabh. I apologize. Mr. Gokhale, I'll come back to you. Sir, everybody, extend the same courtesy.
Second thing.
No, he just doesn't stop talking.
Sir, I'll come to you. You make your point in as much time you want to.
Honorable.
Go ahead, Mr. Islam. Please make your point.
Preeti, why are you in a hurry? Mr. Gokhale, you will have your turn. I waited and then my turn has come.
You keep talking. At some point, there is other people also. That's a democracy.
Sir, why are we wasting time? I'm not understanding this. Okay, Mr. Islam, please make your point, sir. Go ahead.
So it is being, this is a debate where everyone is getting an opportunity to speak. I can also interrupt you. I can also do that.
Mr. Islam, please make your point so I can move ahead.
No, we have a moderator, we have anchor.
Go ahead, sir, make your point.
Again, you have voice like the Prime Minister.
May I please get Mr. Islam? Go ahead, Mr. Islam, make your point.
This man have some decency, TMC guy. Have some decency. This is not.
So he's Mr. Gokhale, but please make your comment.
Any other day. So what I'm trying to tell you that please understand that it was not out of context. It is such an, see, you can have a difference of opinion, you can do politics. A political party will always do politics, but there are days where you can stay away from that. Today was the day where every
Sir, but that's a little rich. That's what the question is. It's a little rich coming. It's a little rich coming from the BJP, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Sir, hear me out. Sir, please hear me out. Hear my question. I'll tell you why. Sir, you celebrate the anniversary of the emergency as Black Day. That's the day you bring it up. You celebrate the 1984 riots anniversary. That's the day to bring it up. To bring it up on the day of the Constitution would be astute as petty politics from your part.
No, so all I'm saying that the Honorable Prime Minister has not targeted or spoken or even mentioned any particular party's name. This is a day where you can set aside all the differences and attend a Constitution Day.
Okay. All right.
I mean, what is wrong with it? But why this political
Mr. Islam, now I'm a little confused because we began the debate
for the family, but not for the Constitution.
Sir, we began the debate by assuming, which you said, that everyone knows he was talking about the Gandhis. Now we're going to go retract a bit, and I'm going to cut across to, with your permission, I'm going to cut across to
Gaurav I'm saying that he did mention, but I'm saying that the family, they have more respect for the family, but not for the Constitution.
All right. Gaurav Vallabh, you wanted to come in for a rebuttal. Please go ahead.
See, Preeti, I am surprised that he don't believe, the gentleman, Mr. Islam, doesn't believe in the remarks of the 4 judges of Supreme Court. In 2018, the 4 sitting judges of Supreme Court came out, and I quote, "Please take care of the institution and take care of the nation." These are the remarks of 4 sitting judges of Supreme Court. We had seen in last 7 years CBI versus CBI at midnight. We had seen in last 7 years Reserve Bank of India governor is flying back to their US destination before their tenure. And you talk about liberty of thoughts. And you talk about equalities, Jafar Saab. Equality, you know the name of the gentleman who is from TMC, his name is Mr. Gokhale. You are saying TMC guy ko hatao. Is this your equality? Are kam se kam today itself, at least you should talk about constitutional values, which talks about equality, which talks about the fraternity. You talks about fraternity at midnight, 12 o'clock in Hathras, एक बच्ची को जला दिया जाता है. Is this the fraternity? Is this the fraternity that टायर के नीचे किसानों को कुचल दिया जाता है, और जिस व्यक्ति के पिता के पूरे कार्यकाल में ये हुआ, जिसकी निगरानी में ये हुआ, he is the MOS home and still he is there on his position. Can we expect the fraternity? Is this the dignity of individual? You had not left the dignity of Mahatma Gandhi ji. Forget about human beings. You had not left the dignity. You had not maintained the dignity of father of our nation. A film actress is making derogatory remarks and you guys are giving Padma Shri. You talk about dignity. Your own member of parliament from Bhopal is making derogatory remarks for the Mahatma Gandhi, and you are clapping and saying, "मैं मन से माफ नहीं करूँगा, दिमाग से माफ नहीं करूँगा." What is this? Is this the dignity of individuals? Forget about common people like you and me.
Gaurav Vallabh, leave alone what the BJP. Gaurav Vallabh, leave alone what the BJP, for where the Congress is concerned, opposition to Modi is higher than dignity for Dr. Ambedkar today?
I am asking, Dr. Ambedkar had made this constitution, Preeti, on 4 pillars. And in all 4 pillars, taking the words of Dr. Murli Manohar Joshi, this government had not written anything in the answer sheet. So in all these papers, I can't give 0 marks also, because they don't know how to write. So we are moving towards the path which was shown by Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar. He talked about fraternity, equality, he talked about liberty, he talked about justice. अभी justice कहाँ है? 4 लाख compensation मिलना चाहिए था कोविड के मृतक को, वो भी खा गया. You are not giving that. Why? Why, Preeti? Question is why you are not giving compensation to the family members of the deceased people who died in the COVID.
Mr. Vallabh, have you made your point?
This is as per the act.
Okay, sir, I want to now go to Mr. Gokhale. Mr. Gokhale, appreciate the patience.
Please ask him about the...
Before you ask the question, I wish to add something.
Can he stop?
Yes. Sir, now don't interrupt.
Party president.
Okay, sir, I will ask him later. Let Mr. Gokhale, he wanted to come in for a rebuttal.
I want to point out one very specific thing, okay? By not attending this politicized event is how we pay respect to Dr. Ambedkar and the ideas of our constitution. Remember, the Home Minister of this country has gone on record and said Western notions of human rights are not applicable in India. These are his words. You have a Prime Minister who has said, "Kapdo se pehchan sakte," you can recognize them from their clothes. I am sorry, but liberty, fraternity, secularism, are these the values being espoused by making such remarks? Kapdo se pehchan sakte. Ideas of human rights don't apply in India. They're talking about the emergency. What did they do in Kashmir with opposition leaders? Putting them under preventive detention. How different is that from the emergency? So, all these holier than thou ideas, we did not attend a politicized event. Last year also, we sat next to the statue of Baba Saheb Ambedkar and recited the preamble. We respect Baba Saheb Ambedkar, and which is exactly why we did not attend this faff of a PR event created by the Prime Minister to burnish his own PR and to actually pretend that he cares about the Constitution, when for the remaining 364 days, he's ripping apart the Constitution every day.
All right. Okay, Mr. Gokhale, I want to bring in my colleague Rahul Srivastav back into this conversation because it was brought up, so it's essential to touch upon it, Rahul, which is when we talk about dynastic politics. Now, the Prime Minister made a comment, which earlier in the debate we thought it was the Gandhis, but now it could be anywhere is what Mr. Syed Zafar Islam tells us. But I want to talk about dynastic politics. It's not that, it's a little rich coming in from the BJP. If you speak currently, they are in bed in terms of allies with three. There's NPP, there is LJP, there is Apna Dal, if one has to go even micro there. Earlier on, they had Shiv Sena, they had PDP. There's been enough there as well.
What is the name but say Jai Shah, by the way?
Certainly, Preeti. It's a politics is run on the basis today in this country on the art of convenience than the tenets of the Constitution. And that's what the crisis is. That if you say that it was a government function and people wanted to prove a point because the government does not follow Constitution for 364 days, then similarly the 26th January is organized by the government. People should be staying away from it. The 15th August, it is organized by the government. The crisis is competitive politics.
Right.
And in that, I think, if the opposition is like an errant young child, the government should have broad shoulders to ensure that it behaves like the elder of the political system and the governance system. I think the crisis has gone much deeper.
Okay.
Everybody wanted to prove a point that if there is a Constitution Day, then you want to bring up the point of Hathras. And if there is a Constitution Day, then you want to bring up dynastic politics.
Right. Okay. I want to just take quick closing comments. And Syed Zafar Islam, I know you wanted to make a point, but I also want to ask you, yes, you're not away from the fact if you call the Congress dynastic. Yes, it's a party run by the Gandhis. It's very clear. There have been many others as well. But you are allies currently as well with, family-led parties. More so, you have leaders, Anurag Thakur for once, Jyotiraditya Scindia for the other.
See, Preeti, I will respond to the individual you have mentioned, but first about the parties. See, it is the people who elect the representative of those parties. It is not us. And they are elected on the basis of the vote cast by the people of this great country. And once elected, even though we are in majority, still we take them because they are the people, they are the party who want to serve the people, not serve the family. If there are some parties which we do align with them, there is a meeting of minds that they also have the same intent to serve the people and not serve the family, then yes, we have aligned with them. But it is primarily elected by the people, not by us. And once elected,
okay,
then they're part of the government, even though we are majority. Secondly, you know that we are in majority, we can form the government on our own. Still, we take them along because they are serving a section of the society who are either marginalized or they need support from the government.
Politics,
and if their representatives are there, they best serve their people.
Syed Zafar Islam, I want to move on. But you and I know, you and I think the viewers also know better that alliances are not based right now to serve the people. Everything balances on the metric of caste. If Apna Dal has been taken in to serve the people.
Gaurav Bhalla ji,
okay, sir,
my friend Gaurav Bhalla ji, like I said, our current party president, Honorable Party President Mr. Nadda ji cannot say that his son or for that matter anybody in the party can potentially become the next party president.
I know you've been raising this question. Let me take it to Gaurav Bhalla. Gaurav Bhalla, over to you.
I will.
But let you please pose this question to
I will
Gaurav
respond.
Sir, I'm asking it. I am asking it.
Rahul Gandhi is responsible.
I am asking it on your behalf. He's answering it. Let him answer. Go ahead, Gaurav Bhalla.
You know correct the state of his party.
Jafar bhai, put your hand on your heart and tell me, नड्डा जी वास्तव में निर्णय ले सकते हैं?
अरे जवाब हमें मत बोलिए, आप अपने
Jafar bhai, please don't.
Sir, let's go one by one.
मेरे छोड़िए ना मेरे.
Sir, let's okay. Can I just get Gaurav Bhalla? Gaurav Bhalla, quickly make your point.
Okay. Preeti, I am asking Mr. Jafar Islam that take your hand to your heart and tell me, can Nadda ji take decision?
Can we just go one by one, sir? Come on, extend the same courtesy. Go ahead, Mr. Bhalla, quickly make your point.
We had seen Mr. Islam video where Nadda ji was moving in the party headquarters and Amit Shah took away. Is this the democracy of your party? I am not asking Jafar bhai, you know the answer. I am not going to make you uncomfortable in front of the people. Second thing, Preeti, I am asking please don't interfere.
Sir, let's go one by one, sir. Please extend the same courtesy. You spoke without being interrupted. May I? Okay, I'm going to ask. It's embarrassing for me to ask my producer to put your fader down. Sir, please don't do that. Go ahead, Mr. Vallabh. You have 10 seconds. Make your point.
Preeti, Why is Piyush Goyal is there in the cabinet? Because his father was a minister in the Vajpayee's cabinet. Why is Dharmendra Pradhanji is there in the cabinet? Because his father was a minister in the Vajpayee's cabinet. Why Anurag Thakur is in cabinet? Because his father was the chief minister of Himachal Pradesh. There are n number of MPs from
therefore it's fine. Okay, sir.
Chhattisgarh
All
to
right.
Rajasthan.
So none the richer. Okay, none the richer. If it's the Gandhis there, they are enough. There is what you're saying, and it's justifiable. I want to take 20 seconds to Mr. Gokhale. Mr. Gokhale, I want to ask you, going ahead, because there is a fair amount of intrigue over it. Going ahead in the winter session, are you going to be standing side by side with the Congress on issues? Is there going to be opposition unity? In light of what happened just 2 days ago, where you poached 12 MLAs in Meghalaya?
Okay, here's the thing. Poaching is what Amit Shah does, putting them into resorts and locking them up in cars and driving them. None of that has happened, number one. Number two, today's Constitution Day. Again, coming back to the topic, we are all, as the opposition, on the same side of the fence when it comes to the Constitution. The BJP is on the other side of it. Okay, like the BJP person said, Mr. Nadda's son might not become the president, but Amit Shah's son will become the chairperson of the BCCI. The third thing we want to put here is that this is a government that has destroyed federalism. So our constitution, the basis of our constitution is federalism. This government has centralized everything. The BSF jurisdiction is increased. Central agencies are sent everywhere. This is the Prime Minister who goes to different states and makes the most derogatory remarks about the chief ministers, insults them, insults regional parties.
Gentlemen, may I thank all four of you?
I definitely wish to finish. Give me 5 seconds.
Sir, 5 seconds.
A Prime Minister who's a party that has killed the structure of federalism, essentially, it's very posh of them to be talking about the Constitution.
Okay. Sir, may I thank you? I appreciate all four gentlemen for joining us, and thank you. It was a near civil debate. I appreciate it, and so will our viewers. Thank you, Rahul, for joining us as well. I'm going to